What in the world just happened? Jordan Peterson, the internet's favourite no-nonsense professor, has absolutely lost it over the latest Hollywood controversy. And this time, it's got everything to do with none other than Rachel Zegler and her now infamous take on the upcoming woke remake of Snow White. And let me tell you, this one's a wild ride. Buckle up. So here's the tea. Disney, in their ever-growing quest to reinvent everything with a modern twist, decided to give Snow White a 2025 glow-up. But instead of a sweet fairy tale reboot, what we got is a chaotic mess that's got everyone from TikTok teens to college professors ragging. At the centre of this storm is Rachel Zegler, who plays Snow White, and she's been catching heat ever since clips resurfaced of her absolutely dragging the original story. And when I say dragging, I mean scorched earth style. She said, and I kid you not, that the original 1937 Snow White was creepy, that the prince was basically a stalker, and that this new version wouldn't be about a girl dreaming of true love, but more about a leader. All right, girl boss energy, we get it. But it didn't stop there. She straight up said she never even liked the original movie. Now look, we get trying to make things modern, but when you go on a media tour sounding like you've got beef with your own character, that's next level Hollywood weirdness. Enter Jordan freaking Peterson. The man's been quiet for a minute, but when this Zegler stuff hit his radar, he came in hot. On a recent podcast, he absolutely blew a gasket. Like, not even halfway in, he's already going full clean your room mode, except now it's clean your ideology mode. Peterson, clearly fed up with what he calls the cult of woke, starts tearing into the whole Snow White remake as ideological propaganda posing as storytelling. And you could just see it on his face. He wasn't mad, he was disappointed. Like the world's most intense dad catching you lying about doing your homework. He calls it a betrayal of archetypal beauty and narrative truth, whatever that means, and insists that this version of Snow White is part of a destructive pattern that trades timeless wisdom for politically correct nonsense. Damn, Jordan. Tell us how you really feel. And when he starts quoting Carl Jung in the same breath as he's roasting Zegler's acting chops, you know he's not messing around. But here's where it gets even wilder. Fans are taking sides. Hardcore Peterson fans are losing their minds, flooding the comment sections with stuff like, "This is why culture is collapsing and woke Disney ruins everything." Meanwhile, Zegler stands are clapping back with "Let her live," and he's misinterpreting the message. It's a total civil war of the internet. 1 minute it's memes, the next it's PhDs yelling about fairy tales. We are not okay. And let's be real, the movie hasn't even dropped yet. But it already feels like the biggest dumpster fire since the Rings of Power. Between the backlash over the CGI dwarves, the erasure of the original romantic storyline, and now Zegler's sassy shade, fans are wondering if Disney even remembers why people loved these classics in the first place. Peterson ends his rant with a chilling warning, saying, when you rewrite myths without understanding why they mattered, you invite chaos, not empowerment. And honestly, whether you love him or hate him, that line hit. Because maybe, just maybe, when you throw away the love story and make Snow White a sword-swinging warrior queen, you don't just change a story, you lose the magic. So what's next? Will Disney course correct before the release? Will Zegler address the backlash? Or will Peterson drop a full-blown YouTube doc with a blackboard and 20 references to the Gulag Archipelago? At this point, anything's possible. But one thing's for sure, this whole mess just made a fairy tale into a battleground. And folks, that glass coffin ain't big enough for both Snow White and the culture war. Thanks for sticking around, fam. If you dug this breakdown, don't forget to slap that like button like it owes you money, smash subscribe for more hot takes, and ring that bell so you never miss the drama. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Team Jordan or Team Rachel? Let's keep it respectful, or at least entertaining. Catch you all in the next one.